Hi guys, welcome back. It is a beautiful day. It's not super sunny, but it's not bad. The weather's pretty warm. So I've been shopping for houseplants and I'm gonna take you along with me while I plant them today. I've got my potting soil ready to go, so let's get planting. Okay, so my pot's ready. I'm just gonna put a little chip of broken pottery in the bottom, and that's gonna cover that drainage hole a little better. And I'm gonna put in my mixed soil that I've gotten ready, and it's just potting soil mixed with garden soil. And it's a little bit damp. I like it just a little bit damp. And I'm gonna start with this beautiful bromeliad. And if you've never planted one of those, they're beautiful. You treat it just like a regular house plant, and they'll get little shoots off of them called pups, and you can repot those. Okay, so I've chosen plants that like the similar amount of light and water, and I do really loosen up the soil around the plants when I take them out of the pot, and that's going to give them a better chance to adapt to their new pot. And I do plant them pretty close together. And I've also added this croton plant. I think it looks beautiful. The colors really add to it. And like I said, I loosen it up. A lot of pots are really root bound when you first buy them from a nursery. And something else to keep in mind, when you buy any sort of plant from a nursery, they have been fertilized excessively. So you're not going to need to fertilize right away. Just give it a little bit of water and it should be good to go for a while. Okay, so you may have noticed that I'm moving the plants around, and that's because I like to just sit them on top of the dirt, try them out, see where they look best, and move them where they're going to fit together really well because they are compact in there. Then once you've decided, you can add the soil on top to compact them into that pot. Okay, so for my next pot, I'm just going to use this bucket, and I'm going to put this planter that's not very pretty inside, and it's just a plastic planter. I'm going to fill it up about halfway with my garden soil mix, and I'm going to start adding my flowers. Now this is going to be a spring mix that I'm going to actually keep inside. And you can do this with plants that have been grown in a greenhouse. That's what they're used to. So you're not going to have a problem. Once it warms up outside, you can move them outdoors. So I'm going to start with this mini daffodil and plant it on the side. So next I'm going to add this hyacinth, and it's in full bloom, and it is the perfume of spring. My entire house is going to smell like springtime, and that's why I chose one in full bloom. So it's a little heavy, so I'm going to actually use a stick that's forked at the top to hold that blossom up. And then I'm just going to add some multicolored primroses around the edges and fill in with dirt. So now that I'm filling in with dirt, I just wanted to add, you could add a layer of moss over the top of the dirt in this, and it would give it the appearance that it's been planted for a very long time. And it's actually going to hold in moisture as well. I'm just gonna do dirt in this, and I just like how it looks with that old metal bucket, and I think it's beautiful. Okay, so next I'm gonna plant these beautiful succulents I found in a local store here. It's High School Pharmacy. They're cute little tiny pots, and they were 2 for $5. I chose this cobalt blue pot, and most times when you see succulents, they're planted in a white pot. I've mixed my garden soil with quite a bit of sand. I don't have a specific recipe. And I just mix that well and loosen up the plant after it's been taken out of its pot. Just loosen it up very gently and set it in that pot. Okay, I just want to add real quick too, succulents do not need to be watered after they've been repotted. Wait for a couple of weeks before you water them. Okay, so you may have noticed as I'm loosening up the soil, I'm just letting it fall on my potting table here. And as I get my plants into the pot, I'm going to actually use that same soil that had fell off to put on top. That's what those plants are used to, so that's what I'm going to use. And I'm also going to add some rocks from my garden right on top of that soil. And just like I said, you may see most succulents planted in white pots. You're probably going to see white rocks on top. Well, I live in the Northwest on the river's edge, so this to me looks more Washington State. So I don't live in Arizona. I don't want my plants to look like that. So I'm going to choose something that looks like my state and matches where I live. So at this point I had one plant left, and I'm going to add it to my houseplant mix. It has plenty of room left in there, so I'm just going to remove some of the soil and add another plant in there. So just like before, I fill in with dirt, making sure that there's no air pockets, and give it a good water. And I think that it's beautiful fuller like that. I really just love full pots. So here they are. I found a nice sunny spot in my home, and the smell of that hyacinth, I can't even tell you. It's just so wonderful. And I think that they're beautiful. And my start to spring has begun. So hope you guys are having a great day. I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.